Let's start with Block Monster 8 in Triple Threat. Living up to the name with the block.
It's never easy to win on the road in the NBA, and by the look, and here's a look at some numbers for LeBron.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. They've got Bledsoe. Davis Bertans out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Hunter. And it's LeBron in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, they've got Barrett. Harrell is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. And they'll keep possession.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Hunter kicks to LeBron. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
The Suns have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Here's Schroeder. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Bledsoe outside. The pass to James. And stolen by Harrell. Middleton up top. James covering. And Middleton kicks it over to Schroeder. Pass to Harrell. Back to Schroeder. Can't hit that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Middleton can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Here's Schroeder after Eric Bledsoe's score. Schroeder passes to Barrett. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 5 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
They get it back.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Hunter, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good on the bucket, and that's now 6 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe's a guy, as an offensive player, you might lose sight of him, but he can have some nights. You always have to account for him.
Schroeder against Bledsoe. Now Schroeder to the right side. trying to end the drought. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Orlando holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Orlando, LeBron James is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Hunter in at the shooting guard position.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
LeBron, good.
Well, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Now here's Harrell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Here is Bledsoe after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Comes up empty down low. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
And his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Now, here's Whiteside, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Over Lopez. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Magic leading by 11. LeBron James on the wing, defended by Middleton. LeBron against Middleton. LeBron kicks to Bledsoe. Inside, Hunter. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his third assist on the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Schroeder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
A great job by LeBron in that instance at getting some contact and then going straight into the foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Good on the second free throw. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now here's Schroeder. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Harrell. And here is James. 3T that time from Harrell.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he sinks the second. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Now, here's Barrett after LeBron James's miss.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Bledsoe looking it over. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Bledsoe with it. There's the triple. The shot, no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Out in front at the half is Orlando. They've got the 7-point lead. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Whiteside is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Barrett at the 2. That's who's out there for Phoenix. That one good for 2. And that's now 6 points for DeAndre Hunter. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Here's Schroeder following the basket by LeBron James. That's tipped. Harrell, the pass to Schroeder. Up and in on the layup. Schroeder's got 6.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Middleton against LeBron. And the rejection by James. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Hunter. 11 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Can't lose sight of Bledsoe out there in a blur. He's so good in transition.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Hunter, the pass to LeBron. The kick out to Lopez. The 3. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
A moment now to see the numbers for James. 45 points per, 12 rebounds and 8 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up and he's really delivered.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Barrett. Here's Middleton. Shot clock at 5. And it's off from 3-point range. Bertans finds James. Bledsoe for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And stolen by James. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And LeBron enjoys fooling the D right there, tricked them, got them in the air, and then gets himself to the free throw line.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Schroeder kicks to Middleton. Back to Schroeder. Passes it to Whiteside. Harrell up top. Back to Whiteside. Play on the clock. Lets it go from 14. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket for Middleton.
How about the handles shown by Chris Middleton there, zipping his way through the defense and getting where he wanted to.
Now LeBron. Bledsoe for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. Bledsoe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got LeBron James. Brook Lopez is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Hunter, and it's Bledsoe in at the point. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Schroeder against Bledsoe. Middleton outside. That one doesn't drop, and Orlando will come the other way. Here's Hunter. Banked in off the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now here's Schroeder. Here's Middleton. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Bertans can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Phoenix calls timeout. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Now here's LeBron after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. With the teardrop, LeBron, no luck. Suns trail by 20. Schroeder surveying the floor to stop the run. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Magic.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for LeBron.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
And here is Dunn after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Pass to Melton. The shot comes out, so Phoenix will take it the other way. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Caruso. And there's the pass to Pasecniks. Over Dunn. That one a little long. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Len. Brown outside. Passes to Melton. And a wide open look for Portis. Caruso grabs the miss.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Warren, here we go. Chalk up 2 there.
Nice move towards the basket there. You gave T.J. Warren a little too much room, and he's going to want to score.
Dragic against Dunn. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.